Hi guys, Creative Lauri here. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, I like to do a breakdown of each week and how I save every single day within the week. But because I was sick with COVID, there were some days I literally just did absolutely nothing. And so I'm combining 2 weeks worth. So stick around because I do feel like when you write things down, you're just really setting yourself up for accountability. And it's really nice to make a financial journal also, which is equally important as far as your mental journey, your spiritual journey, your other journeys for relationships maybe, or hobbies, writing everything down. Or when I volunteer, my friend and I, we write everything down, like what we did and who we saw, just to keep those feral cats like in memory, like, oh yes, we saw Wally on Saturday, but we didn't see him for 2 days, etc. So I like to keep journals in that sense. All right, let's get started because I do have 2 weeks worth. I was sick with COVID. This really kicked my butt, I'm telling you. And when I said in the last video I felt better, I did. But the very next day and the day after, I felt worse. So, and I still don't feel 100%. I'm pretty exhausted, and also I don't have my taste back yet. My sense of smell is a little bit off, which I have a good sniffer normally, but let's just jump in. Let's forget about it because I want to be honest. All right, so this was the week 4/24 to 4/30. How I saved every day that week. I ate leftovers, of course. And when I say that, I will go over the menu prior to see if I really stuck to my menu. I didn't drive, and I wasn't sick yet here. I was not sick actually yet. So you'll see. I got additional bid for the fence that blew down in my backyard, which I think you should because it kind of just sets the tone for, are the other, contractors, are they being honest, so on and so forth. And I did that because, well, first of all, my insurance paid for it, but, still, I wanted to make sure I wasn't getting taken care of because I was only going to get a certain amount, and I had to stay within that amount. So it's always smart to get multiple, bids, and we'll go over that another time. But anyways, Tuesday was a big day. I ate leftovers. I did not drive. I meal prepped. I cooked butternut squash and crock pot of lentils. And, yeah, see, I said didn't drive. That is not the case. I went to my dad's and I did meal prepped his produce. And it was leftover cabbage, green onions. I did a tomatillo, onions and pickled onions. And then I filled this in after I was sick, by the way. So to fill in Tuesday because anyways, I had a neighbor. We were talking prior to this time and I had already done his taxes, and the deal was to clear out my backyard, pull weeds and everything because I had been working really hard. I didn't want to leave him with a bunch of the weeds. And so I was taking care of a ton of stuff each day. The week before this, you can look back at that video. But I gave $15 a spaghetti squash, 2 butternut squash, and a jar of pickled onions because he likes pickled stuff too, for cutting my front lawn and trimming a couple of hedges. Oh my gosh, that made me so happy, you guys. He did such a good job, and I was so glad. Like, I felt like I should have given him more. But if you have seen the front of my house, you can go back and look at really older videos. My front yard, my lawn is tiny. So But still, he did such a good job. Oh my gosh. So I was so happy that I had previously hired him for a bigger project. Okay. So, and he was happy with everything. I told him, I said, can I please give you more? And he goes, no, 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 no. He's so nice. Wednesday, as you can see, I ate leftovers, didn't drive. Now, this night is when I started to feel a little bit off after I had seen my dad because he had COVID. Thursday, I ate leftovers. I didn't drive. I meal prepped in the morning because I woke up at 1 and I knew I was sick. Then 5, so I just got up and came downstairs. So I meal prepped. I did cucumber and pickled onions and carrots. I also made soup with leftover carrots, cabbage, onions, garlic, ginger, veggie bouillon cube, and aquafaba and spices. Oh yeah, I didn't get the aquafaba out, but you guys know, you've seen me show you that. But I really like this one, the Sazon Goya vegetable bouillon. It's really flavorful because I think they put a lot of paprika, which is my favorite. So I think I only did 1 packet. Honestly, I'm kind of in a brain fog about what I've done. So I'm glad I had written everything down. But I did 1 package of that. I did probably about 4 large cloves of garlic that I bought. I probably did 2 of these smaller onions, the yellow onions, and I did some my dehydrated green beans that I did from the food bank, and that's how I finished off the dehydrated mushrooms. Now, I don't think I'm going to dehydrate the mushrooms again. They just got a little chewy, even rehydrated, but everything else was fine. I added ginger to my soup. I knew I was sick, you guys. I absolutely knew I was sick. I put in some cabbage. I bought some Napa cabbage when I went to the Tractor Supply, and then we went to the grocery outlet the week before. So I had that to put in there. It was delightful. It was such a good base. I survived off of it, I'm telling you. Okay, so that was... Oh, and the aquafaba from, I think that was the chickpea aquafaba, and some spices, simple ones, you know, like onion and parsley, I believe. All right, Friday, I ate leftovers, and I did a Target pickup and sparkling water and with sparkling water and clementines. That's all I got, you guys. So I forgot to show you that. And I did not go to the food bank because I was not feeling good at all. So I'll be right back and I'll show you what I got. All right, so here are the sparkling waters that I got. You got 12 for $3.29, and this was watermelon lime. I like sparkling water. It's the only thing bad about this is it has natural flavors, but honestly, that's the worst of it. There's no carbs, there's no sugar, no sodium, no protein, of course, but the natural flavors is the only thing that's not great for you. But you know what? It's better than diet ginger ale or 7-Up. And I wish I was able to get my dad some of this because our stomachs were off too during COVID. So I got this one, and then cilantro and cucumber. Honestly, I couldn't really taste very much of either, but I know my taste is really off. So these were $3.29 for 12. So that's 27 cents a can. Well, and then I think whatever the CRV is, I don't know. But really good, really refreshing. I mean, I survived off of that. And clementines, this is my second bag. Anyways, I literally survived off of that. So I was very thankful for it. But the other thing, I was so thankful for that, you guys. But I think that's a good price. And these were $3.99. I mean, it's not horrible. I needed citrus. I absolutely needed citrus. So I don't feel bad for buying them. I just needed it. Okay, so that was, let's see, let's get back to it. Clementines, and then I didn't go to the food bank. There was no way. And I was not hungry, but I had soup and I had now the fruit and everything. I was fine with it. So I did a Target pickup like later that evening. I mean, literally. And honestly, I shouldn't have gone. I didn't open my window. I wore a mask and everything, but I felt so bad coming home. I was like, oh, I was sweating. It was horrible. I mean, they put all my stuff, which was only the drinks and the clementines, in the trunk. You just have to show them your code through the window, but God, I felt horrible. It took everything out of me. It literally did. Okay. Saturday, I ate leftovers, did not drive, and I still made sure I paid my bills on time to ensure no late fees. So I don't do the bill pay where they automatically deduct, your bills, because I'm juggling right now. I can't have them take it out on the dates that they want it, and sometimes I might pay on the last day. So I can't do that, but I made sure, even though I was sick, I still had to do things. So it just, if you can, if at all possible, and no one really talks about this, but pay your bills on time so you don't incur that $40, fee or $20 fee. All right, Saturday is also the day that my fence got installed. And that was a bit of an ordeal. I did not want it done when I was sick. We'll talk about that at a later date. But Sunday, I ate leftovers. I didn't drive. I ordered groceries from Walmart for my dad. I did do the Walmart where you pay, I think it's $12.95 a month or something. I did do that. I just wanted it was like a trial thing. I'm going to cancel it because I didn't realize, but we were desperate for groceries, and God forbid if my sister, helped my dad out. So she lives 10 minutes away. I live 45 minutes away. But we were both sick, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sign up for it. We got to do what we have to do. He needs some essential things. So I did it. It was $12.95 a month, but you do have to pay, or you don't have to pay a tip, but I did because I don't know. I feel like they're not going to get you, they're going to be bitter and they're not going to get you the best. And I was getting like, same thing. Like I got him oranges and, stuff like that. So I tipped, it was only $5, but I'm not going to do that again. I've realized some things, but we'll get into that also in another video because this is going to be too long. But that ended that week. And if you don't have a car or the weather is horrible and you don't have relatives to depend on, really depend on, I would say the Walmart delivery is a blessing. So do it. I mean, they're offering right now, I think 5 months for free if you sign up for the whole year. I didn't have that extra $57 that they wanted me to pay. $12.95 was more feasible, but I'm going to cancel it. And if they refund me the $12.95, great. If they don't, that's okay too. I just wanted to ensure I got my dad some groceries, that week. But I don't want to go forward with it. I didn't think it was that great, to be honest. Okay, so my menu plan. Oh, first of all, did I adhere to what I did the week before? No, because the week before I did eat the baked potato with beans and cheese. I did not make the lentil curry with savory almond flour pancakes because I was sick. I did have toast with avocados and a cup of beans, yes. And no, I didn't have any snacks at all. So these are the quantities on the left. I ate Actually, I only ate one baked potato, and then I didn't make the lentil curry. I literally just lived on toast with avocados for the most part. And I had a cup of beans like once or twice. I honestly can't remember, but that was it. I ate very little. Okay, then the other thing that I did, no baby. So I didn't really adhere to that menu, but what I wrote down for a menu for the following week, because I was sick and I knew I was going to be, eating very simply, I made soup, veggie soup, and like I showed you, I basically had a cup of it or a bowl of it if I was hungry enough, but I mainly could stomach the toast with avocado on it. That was like my main meal. And then if I felt better later, I had a cup of veggie soup. And I had sourdough bread that I had frozen. I think I talked to you guys about that. So I still have some left. But wow, I'm so glad I had that. And, well, we'll get into that later. That was it though. Snacks, I ate clementines. This is my second package. That was it. And then I had those that I bought and drank lots and lots of water. Okay, so that's that week from 4:24 to 4:30. Let's get into 5:1 to 5:7, which just ended. Okay, let me cover this because my eyes won't follow. Sunday, I was still pretty sick. I thought I was getting better on certain days, but all it was swapping maybe 1 or 2 symptoms for another 2 symptoms. It was pretty bad, actually. I felt pretty crappy. Sorry. Okay, Sunday, I ate leftovers, didn't drive. Monday, ate leftovers, didn't drive. And I had a friend drop off fresh bread, Propel, and medicine. Okay, so my friend made this wheatberry bread and fresh. She baked it. It's a recipe that she forwarded me. It's called the peasant bread or something. You can do it in white bread or wheatberry or sprouted wheat, which she did, sprouted wheat. It is absolutely delicious, and I swear to you, bread is what saved me being sick, and the clementines, and also the water, and like a carbonated water. So I had plenty of bread, and I didn't care because I was not eating. I had soup and a slice of bread, whichever, and with avocado. And a lot of times, I couldn't always eat or take medication, which I took very little, but I took ibuprofen for the pains that I had, and then another medication, and you couldn't take it on an empty stomach. So I was really happy to have the bread, quite honestly. I lost a lot of weight during this, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so then she also brought me Propel and then medicine. So here's the Propel. This saved my life, I swear to you. It's 0 sugar with electrolytes. I wish I could have gotten this for my dad. I did order it, and they were out of it. So it was, gosh, I felt bad. But it was really good, and especially for him as a diabetic, that would have been great. But my sister eventually came over, and he asked for like oranges and coconut water. Anyways. Okay, I'm a little frustrated. Sorry, you guys. Tuesday, ate leftovers, didn't drive. I hired my neighbor for a future project, and I can make payments to him, but the bulk payment was me doing his taxes. So we had already previously talked about this project, and he is really good at what he does. Now, it was just the wrong time for me. I had the fence installed. That was a fiasco. We'll talk about that another time. I didn't want to do it, but my neighbors just like forced my hand into it. I'm like, look, I have COVID. Anyway, it was just a bad thing. But I had to get things done. I'm working towards a goal. I had to talk to my neighbors, so we kind of set that up. I'm very happy I did too. Okay, so because it saves me money in the long run, I did his taxes early in the season, and we had talked about him, if I did that, if he could do this work on this project, and also I could pay him if I think I'm going to have to pay him some more money just to offset it. And he's totally happy with me making payments to him. So thank God. But it's always worth asking, and I keep the lines of communication open. It's always worth talking to your neighbors, letting them in a little bit, the ones that you trust and what's going on, so that they can help you. They can offer things. And he did offer. So I was very happy with that. So that did save me money. And I'll talk about what that future project is in another video. I know I keep saying that, but it's a pretty big thing. So I think you guys will be pretty interested. So maybe the next couple of videos, I'll be talking about it. Wednesday, I ate leftovers. I didn't drive. I asked my tenant to pick up some well, he offered actually. He was going to Target after work, and he asked if I needed some things. I needed like a few things, and that's when I got like clementines more and blah, blah, blah. So I was really happy that he offered, and I did. I just got a few things. I got more avocados, the clementines, and something else I don't remember. Sorry, I really have a foggy brain right now. So I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to get up and worry about it because I was not feeling great. And he brought it home to me, and thank goodness for him. Thank you, tenant. Thursday, ate leftovers, didn't drive. That's all I did on Thursday. Friday, at that point I was sick a whole week. Friday, ate leftovers, didn't drive, didn't go to the food bank again because I just was not feeling good. And I took inventory, though, of what was in my refrigerator and pantry because I no longer really had much left. Saturday, and that's why I did the Walmart pickup for my dad because he was in the same boat. Saturday, ate leftovers, didn't drive, did laundry during power saving hours. I needed to wash clothes, so I did. And I washed and saved my Jell-O molds that I did have. Remember I got those Mexican chamoy mango Jell-O molds? I ate like a couple of them, 3 of them. Those were delicious. I could actually taste them. And I saved the containers to make large ice cubes. And I learned that from Carol from the Reluctant V Granny. I'll link her channel down below. She uses like little cups like that too. And I was like, that's brilliant. Yes. So I saved those. And they're good for like, ice cubes, but also, maybe fruit-infused ice cubes or your aquafaba or sauces. They're nice and big. So I was really happy I did that. Okay, and that, I still had things I had to get done. I wasn't feeling good, but things just happened. So it is what it is. All right, I ate leftovers on Sunday, which was yesterday. No, wait, was it yesterday? Yeah. Okay, ate leftovers for my breakfast. I went on a going away picnic with one of my tenants. I wasn't feeling great. I didn't really tell him that. I was still pretty much recouping, but I couldn't let him. He has moved out from today. And I'm so sad, you guys. Honestly, I'm very sad. I have a huge melancholy. It's like when you have a kid that goes off to college, but I know these are not my kids, but it feels, sort of like that. And we really had a good time together. So, he was such a sweet kid. And, there's just those special ones in your life. and some tenants are different than others, but he was one of those very special tenants. So I couldn't let him go without me doing something for him. And you know what? I felt bad because I was locked away in my room for over a week. And normally every evening we talked and, really chatted and got to know each other and had a good time. So I felt bad, with him leaving, and I was so sick, but I didn't want to get anyone else sick. Anyways, so we went on a little picnic in one of my favorite spots. Very inexpensive. It's a picnic, right? And he later that evening gave me his older fruit for the critters because he knows I feed raccoons and possums and such. And that's the fruit. So this will be great. And the banana. They love, raccoons and possums love this stuff. And, they're having babies right now, so they're trying to produce milk. They're exhausted. So I don't mind feeding them that. And I was so thankful because they are a little bit soft. Like that one's good. That one's good. But these two are a little bit softer, and then this banana is ready to go. But I am happy to give that to the raccoons. Poor mamas. They really need it. So I got that. I got food for them. And also I received some frozen veggies from him. Yay, I got some broccoli cuts because he couldn't take it with him. And they're just organic broccoli cuts from Target that he had already opened, which I'm very thankful for. And also Thai style seasoned vegetable blend. So I got those too. I'm really happy to have that. So that was it. And then the menu for this coming up week, because my stomach still needs to get a little regulated. Baked butternut squash with rice and tofu. Oh, that's what I got, was tofu, more tofu. Pinto beans with avocado and chips. Maybe not the chips though, I'm not sure. Toast with avocado or tuna fish, which is garbanzo tuna fish. It's like fake tuna fish made out of garbanzos, and it really does smell and taste like tuna fish. Snacks. Clementines, nuts, and tea, with tea. That is it, you guys. This is how I do it. This is how I survive. This was a really tough couple of weeks, I'm not gonna lie. And it's really sad that, one of my tenants moved out, and the last 8 to 10 days, I was so sick, I didn't even come down. I barely saw him. And we had such a wonderful, fun relationship, and we always chatted. And I'm so sad, honestly, that he's gone. He really got along with my animals, and I really hope that my animals, myself, and the household put an imprint on him. He certainly did for me. Okay, I'm getting choked up, so I'm trying not to. That's it for me, you guys. I'd love to hear what you did the last 2 weeks. Please put it down in the comments below because I learned so much from all of you. All right, you guys, I love you all. I'm feeling better. Thank you for the prayers and the positivity. I will see you in the next video. I'm feeling better. Bye, you guys.